Thanks for staying with us. On Thursday, the Senate resumed plenary and continued with the confirmation hearing. Here is the report.
Ministerial nominee and former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amaechi makes his way into the Senate chamber. Twice, Mr. Amaechi was scheduled to be screened in this chamber, but the screening did not take place. His nomination and plans for his screening can be likened to a soap opera with complex plots and suspense. So his screening was highly anticipated by many Nigerians.
Power sharing and capital sharing.
Outside the Senate chamber, the National Assembly corridor, which was packed with people minutes before the screening of Mr. Amaechi, was almost deserted. People crammed themselves into any available office with a television to monitor the screening of the former Rivers State Governor.
I had the responsibility to exercise my right as a governor.
Back inside the Senate chamber, the screening began.
Under Order 43.
But unexpectedly, the Senate Minority Leader raised a point of order.
The PDP senators and the caucus seated here will not have any question for the nominee because we have just received the report of the public petition bordering on issues on fraud, corruption, and all sorts of things from the Senatorial Committee, and we are yet to look into this. We have not debated that report at all, and so we will have little or nothing to ask the nominee. Is that the decision of the PDP caucus?
The Senate Majority Leader, however, disagreed.
The committee report has been laid by a committee that we assigned to do the job of ethics and privileges. And the procedure is after laying, we will make copies of that report. This is a confirmation hearing. It does not stop the confirmation hearing. But we are glad that you are saying that you are not asking the nominee question. We might as well, as the Speaker and the former governor, ask the nominee, take a bow and go.
Lawmakers from the ruling party then began firing questions at Mr. Amaechi. He was asked to explain an alleged indictment by a Judicial Commission of Inquiry in Rivers State.
There was a panel instituted by the present government of Rivers State. I believe it's a judicial commission. And from what we were reading in the papers, this commission indicted you on corruption, serious corruption allegations.
I repeated that I brought all the copies of the panel. I didn't bring the white paper. All the copies of the panel. I didn't bring the white paper. There is nowhere I was indicted. If the Senate President permits me, I'm ready to lay this on the table so that members can have opportunity of reading it.
More questions followed.
Can you define, from your own view, what corruption is all about?
Corruption is very difficult to define. If you're a public officer and you don't take bribe, I have never taken bribe in my life.
After fielding questions for 50 minutes, Mr. Amaechi was asked to take a bow and go. He left the chamber, walking straight into the arms of his jubilant supporters outside.
My sister, see the news.
Four other ministerial nominees were also screened after Mr. Amaechi.
We have over 57,125 inmates. Out of this, those who are awaiting trial are 35,577, which forms almost 69% of the total number. This is minus the convicts. It's unhealthy for our society. In my view, we are yet to have truly, in the sense, what is meant by prison. Majority of our prisons as we are today are concentration camps where people who were even have lesser tendency to crimes go into and become more brazen criminals before they come out because of the dangerous processes they go through. They are mixed with so many people. You arrest somebody for a force of wandering, and you may not have asked him where he was going to at that particular time, and they clamp them into the prison, and they are waiting for DPP's legal advice, and for the next 3 years, he's languishing in that place.
With due respect, one needs to go to University of Ilorin to borrow a leave. We don't go on strike. If you are coming for 3 years program, you stay for 3 years and you go away. If it is 4 years, you spend your 4 years and go away. Why? What is the magic? We have dialogue. That's dialogue between the administration and the lecturers, the administration and the non-teaching staff. Now, it is late for the federal government to close this gap between the federal government and the university, and the university and the lecturers. If this gap can be closed by coming together to dialogue.
Ethics and privilege.
The Senate did not confirm the nomination of any of the ministerial nominees screened today, but instead adjourned till next Tuesday, October 27th.
The confirmation hearing is to continue next week, as we still have 11 nominees yet to appear before the Senate, and we will be bringing all that to you here on the program. Now, we are still receiving your reactions on our Facebook and Twitter handles to the questions we posed. What is your reaction to the ministerial list unveiled by the Senate President with the hashtag NAS list? On Twitter, Ahmed Salisu says, just make sure you do better for our country. I guess he's referring to the nominees there. Akinsonya is of the opinion that there is no good in that list. Ziz Oladunjoye says the list is okay. There are people that helped Buhari actualize his dream. They are also tested and trusted. You do not expect Buhari to appoint Olisa Metu, Uche Secondos, Orubebe, Fani Kayode, Obanikoro, etc. So this is his team. On Facebook, Akinshola Vincent says the nominees are serious-minded and versatile. Onyeka Peter says we are concerned because what we need is strong institutions, not strong individuals. Raymond David says the game is so far so good, but all we need is change. Unlike the former administration where ministers looted public funds and went unpunished, we want these would-be ministers to do what former ministers denied Nigerians of. Expectations are high. Homi Tunde says, Nigerians should not be concerned about the ministers we have nominated. Hundreds of ministers have been elected in the past without positive mission. The most important thing is for Nigeria to move forward and compete in the global world. Thanks for those tweets and the messages you sent in. They are appreciated. I would like to encourage you to take advantage of our platform and contribute to the program. Let us know what you think about the activities of the lawmakers, the motions considered, or the bills they are working on. As I always say, they are to be your representatives. Make sure they are representing you. But this is where we are adjourned for the day. I am Lanre Lasese. Thanks for being there.